Alrighty, welcome to this series of tutorials where I am going to show you how to use the Yoast SEO plugin. And without doubt, the Yoast SEO plugin is one of the greatest WordPress plugins of all time. And there are many people out there who will swear that it is the greatest SEO plugin for your WordPress website. I tend to disagree a little bit. It is a fantastic plugin, no doubt, but in my opinion, I just prefer the SEO by Squirrely plugin. But nevertheless, the Yoast SEO plugin is still an amazing plugin for WordPress SEO, and you cannot go wrong if you decide to use this plugin to boost your SEO. So it is by Team Yoast, and as you can see, over 3 million plus active installs. So that pretty much tells you just why this is a freaking amazing plugin. It has over 10,992 5-star ratings. So the proof is in the ratings and the active installs. So I'm going to show you how to install and do basic configuration for the plugin in this very first video. Now, I have already installed and activated the plugin, so please go ahead, download the plugin, and then install and then activate the plugin. Now, when you do that, you should see SEO over here. You may not see 2, you may see something else, but what you want to do is to click on the dashboard where you have SEO, click on dashboard, and then what you're likely going to see is you're probably going to see some sort of message that says you're new to SEO, click here to configure the plugin or something like that. Now, the reason why I am not seeing that is because I have already previously installed this plugin on this particular site before. So the message I see here is a little bit different, all right? But you should see something like start the configuration process or something like that. So click in there and you should see something very similar to this. All right. Now, what you're going to do is to click on Configure Yoast SEO. So I'm going to click that. And first things first, we have to specify what environment we are currently installing the plugin on. Is it a production environment, which means it's a live website? There are people actively on your site right now, reading your posts and checking out your content. Or is it a staging environment where it's a copy of a live site used for testing purposes only? Or it is a development site? So for me personally, mine is going to be a production site. So I'm just going to go ahead and click that. Go with next. So what kind of site is this? So you have to answer the question. Mine is a blog. I'm going to do that. I'm going to click next. And then, are you a company or a person? Well, I am a person, and my name is Alex. I'm going to click next. And social profiles. Now, I don't have any social profiles for my test site. So if you do have Facebook pages for your own business website or your blog, whatever, this would be where you would add them, okay? And add as many of them as you possibly can. If you have profiles on all these social media platforms, good for you. Go ahead and add all the URLs, all right? Very important. I'm going to click next right here. All right. Next up is the post type visibility. Now, please specify which of the following public post types you would like Google to see. Now, I am going to assume that you want Google to see your posts, and you also want Google to see your pages as well. And for media, well, it will depend on you. You can go ahead and choose visible, but the default for Yoast is hidden, and I would recommend you just stick with the defaults for here. So I'll go ahead and click next. And then, does or will your site have multiple authors? Again, this depends on you. Mine isn't, so I'm just going to stick with no. Click next. And now we have the Google Search Console. To allow Yoast SEO to fetch your Google Search Console information, please enter your Google authorization code. So if you do have your Google Search Console, this would be a good place where you can add your verification code. All you'll have to do is to click on Get Google Authorization Code. So you click in there, and now from here you can choose your account, and then you say allow Yoast SEO to configure, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy this code right here, and I am going to paste that in here, authenticate. And then from here, I'm going to click on next. Now, in here for the title settings, well, my website name is WordPress SEO, and you don't have to change this. You can leave this as it is. You can always change it later. The title separator is set to this by default. Again, I would recommend you just leave it as it is. You don't really need to change anything in here. So I'm going to go ahead and click next. And then you can choose to sign up for the Yoast SEO letter, which I would recommend that you do because they do send you some really, really good tutorials. Just add in your name, your email, and then sign up. I have already signed up, so I don't need to do this again. And I'm going to click on next. And there we go. We've pretty much finished the basic configuration for the plugin. They do have, again, some other fabulous tutorials in here where you can learn about copywriting, learn about the Yoast SEO Premium plugin, and also get some free videos for WordPress training for Yoast SEO. But I'm just going to go ahead and click next, and you've done it. So Yoast SEO will now take care of all the needed technical optimization of your site. And that's pretty much it. We have successfully finished the basic configuration for Yoast SEO. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching the video. Join me in the next class where we will now begin to perform some technical SEO using the Yoast SEO plugin. I will see you then.